Let's say you run a cold traffic ad, right? Let's say I'm running a $1,000 budget a day on a CBO campaign for lead acquisition, whatever. I'm trying to go ahead and drive people to my call booking page, and I'm going to go ahead and remarket them after because I pixeled the button, right? What's going to happen here is, yeah, you just sent all the traffic to that landing page, cool. But barely any of it converted. Maybe you closed 1 or 2 guys, right? Now, where are all those other people? Oh, they're in my retargeting. They're in my retargeting audience, right? What do you got to do to reach them? Spend money, right? You got to spend money. Instead, okay, you should have a funnel that drops them in here, and then you could literally retarget your people all day, every day for $0, and honestly, it's way more authentic. We have the messenger conversation. Hey, I saw you join the enterprise scaling group. Very good, very smart. You know, right? They start talking to them. What do you guys got going on? We drop the VSL. Okay, let's say they reply back to my call to action in the video, which is I'm in. Okay, what's going to happen here is they're going to say, wow, Justin, I just watched the video. It's awesome. Sounds like something that can really help me out. I'm in. You know, how do we move forward? Or how can I talk to someone where I have 20 questions? Or like I got to do it, you know, 5 years from now, but I'm still interested. Right? So okay. What you're going to do is you're going to have 2 options of the program, the VSL. Okay, I highly recommend simplifying your offer for this reason for this funnel. Okay, because if you have 2 options of just like 6 months or 12 months, that's the next step in the SOP. You could have 3 or 4 options if you really want. It doesn't really matter, but obviously the less options you have, the higher conversion. Okay? Now, let's say it says, I'm in, you know, how do I learn more? Your next message is something like this. Absolutely, Brody. Very cool. Well, first and foremost, I'm happy you enjoyed the video. Okay, what are you looking at? What option are you looking at? Is it the 6-month or the 12-month? Right, so then their next message back is going to be 6-month or 12-month. They're leading us down the sales process, right? They're telling us that they want to join. Okay, and you'd be surprised. These people actually convert. You know, that's the kicker, right? They convert. Now, they convert because look where they're coming from. These are good quality sources, right? So obviously the caveat is there's not 100% reach in Facebook groups, but if you start to write properly, you could get like 60 to 70% reach in most groups. Groups below like 5,000, like 10,000 less, you could probably reach the whole group, right? The groups I have are like bigger, so I don't reach the whole group, but I reach the fat part of the groups. What's up?
Is there a specific reason why you stick to Facebook groups, or is it just because that's where, you know, like you started?
Great question, because this is a framework that could, you know, your hub could be like Discord, you set up the same kind of questions, but the thing is, okay, over the last several years, I've been using Facebook groups, 1, and that's what I'm versed in, right? 2, I have a bunch of friends, right, who do the same model and make a lot more money, and they have a Discord and a Facebook group. I also have a Discord, right? And I know a lot of people who make a lot of money with Discord, but they don't have a Facebook group. So mainly and ideally, when you're running Facebook traffic and Instagram traffic, like it's just kind of like on the platform and not taking them off, and it's more or less on your computer as well, as is Discord too, but it's more of like a mobile app. People are going on their mobile most of the time, you know, from what I've seen. So, you know, I have a Discord too, and my buddies who do this also have Discords, but this is just better because the people are on platform. Most people, leaning toward the 6-month option, oh wow, this guy's interested, let's keep talking, let's ask him more. When he says he's interested in the 6-month, this is the response, okay? Because you always want to price the 6-month or the 12-month comparatively, so it's a Starbucks pricing model to where it's obvious you should go with the year, right? So everyone should go with the year, right? So the voice to that is, keep in mind, it could be a voice, it could be a text, whatever is happening in that portion of time. Keep in mind, you could have these voice notes pre-recorded in a library, right, if you need, and you could also go ahead and just literally hop in there custom. A lot of the time, my sales guys will hit me up, like, hey, this guy's really interested, he seems like a really good fit. I'll go in there, send some custom voice, learn about him, see what's up, and just be super personal about it, because that's how I like to run my businesses, right? I suggest you do the same, right? It doesn't really matter, you know, the level you're at, you should still, you know, try to go ahead and give your consumers, you know, that type of value that started the companies. At least that's what I think, right? Till we get to the billions of dollars. Once they go ahead and say that, think of the 6-month option, you're gonna say, got it. Well, the 6-month option is definitely phenomenal. A lot of people like to go with the 6-month to kind of get their toes wet or whatever, but at the end of the day, you know, I think it's smarter to go with the year, right? A lot of people go with the 6-month, which this is true, by the way. A lot of people go with the 6-month. After a week of working with me, they see it's so amazing and they're doing so well, right? And they actually have systems and structure. Oh my God, Justin, can I go ahead and go for the year now? Okay, can't switch plans, so whatever plan you go with, totally up to you, but I'll tell you what. Go ahead and drop your cell phone number down below. Okay, I want to go ahead and ask you a few questions as well before we commit to this, because I want to make sure you're able to make this happen, you're able to dedicate yourself, and you're actually serious. Because I like to have my tribe filled with, you know, really hungry individuals who are actually trying to do well. So drop your cell phone below, and we'll go ahead and take it from there. You'd be surprised. 9 out of 10 people are dropping the cell phone after that message. With that being said, let's say they close. Let's say we got on the phone. I don't want to go into the whole closer sales thing, right? All right, sounds good. He closes on the phone. Okay, what happens next is the following. Okay, there's SOPs in place to where the closer needs to obviously have a proper enrollment process, needs to obviously go ahead and realize that the client is probably from the group, right? So they want to reference these things in the phone. Oh, I saw you join the group. Where'd you come from? It's good for the closest to kind of like see where they came from, because then they could put a lead source in their commission sheet, right? And you could start to allocate a lot of your time and post to that proper group. So for example, I have 9 groups. My best group is one of my smallest groups, which is kind of funny, right? And so I'm prioritizing a lot of my time and effort posting in that group because of that data, right? So you want to make sure your closers get that information if they can and logging it as well. So if let's say they join, they enroll, if they're a good fit, we can help them out, awesome, right? What we want to do is obviously put them into our paid client hub, which I'll show you as well. Training, then re-enroll. Okay, now here's if they don't close, and this is where the Facebook group really, really, really helps out, because you're going to get people to join your offering and your program, and guys, the thing is as well, the whole key, like what you really need to make this work, is you really just have to have a great offer, and you got to be good at what you do, right? You have to like literally make it so valuable. It has to be like amazing. You sell them on something, and they're over the moon. It's 2 times as good as they thought, right? Like that's how you have to operate your business, and if you operate like that, you just under-promise and always over-deliver, like to the max, you'll get known for it. In my communities, in my groups, like everyone's always hashtag over-deliver, right? Because everyone knows me because I over-deliver to my people, right? And that's how you want to be. That's what you want. That's the most important piece out of any of this. Let's say they don't close. Hey, it's a bit steep for me. Next message is this. You're not going to put the payment plan in the VSL. Okay, you're going to say something like this. Hey, got it. Well, those are the upfront options. I don't mind trying to hook you up and get you on a monthly installment plan. Is that something that would be better for you, right? And that's literally the message. Okay, that's the SOP. And then you'll be able to go ahead and wheel and deal based off of your lowest pricing and if they're actually able to go ahead and afford working with you. Now, let's say, whatever, they don't close for whatever reason. Okay, we don't want to just go ahead and leave them unresponded to. We don't want to spam them being desperate. Okay, what we want to do here is like, oh, cool, that's fine. We expect them to say no because they don't know what's about to come. Okay, this is the conversion right here. So what happens is we drive them to the Facebook group. I'm sorry, they're already in the Facebook group, right? You say, hey, I think your best bet for now is to go ahead and hang out in the Facebook group, soak up all the content you possibly can. Because keep in mind, guys, we're doing a 30-day media-wide content cadence. Meaning, when I say 30-day media-wide content cadence, I'm saying your TikTok, your Instagram, your YouTube, your Discord, everything for 30 days and in the Facebook group is putting out content. All the content externally is pushing toward the group. All the content internally is nurturing, going behind the scenes as to what you do, showing massive value, showing how good you are at what you do, showing how good you are at what you do, showing how good you are at what you do, okay? And showing how good you are at what you do, right? And the next piece is showing how good you are at what you do by telling all your clients to go ahead and post the testimonials and results in here. What's gonna happen is literally every single solitary person who joins, look, these are all good leads. We all know marketing. These are solid lead sources. These are good, except this one. Yeah. But, it's good for Shopify and e-commerce. Yeah. Now, with that being said, as we're driving people here, they're in the Facebook group, they're in the membership question, they just got a conversation, right? Maybe they hopped on the phone and didn't close. Oh my gosh, they had a touch point of the message, they saw your content, and they hopped on the phone with someone, and now they're seeing content about what you do, and they're seeing people post testimonials in the group. What else is there? There's nothing else there, right? And let's not forget that we're also pushing 30-day email and SMS sequences as well as soon as they join, adding value to their journey. Right? They're so prepped. And I was working with a company, the Panda Express client, and he was losing $5K a month, and he was running Google ads, and what he would get a consumer and then have to wait 8 months for it to like just this MRR to kick in, and he'd be profitable after 8 months. Like, holy crap, what? So we came in, and the guy's doing like multi-6 a month now, which is cool. And what happens is he literally has a proper content cadence to where he's not doing silly things or spending money on Google ads or paid media. He's using this system and our content strategy. The guy has like 600K on it, from like, honestly, from like 200 followers to like 600K, like 600K on TikTok, and like he's huge in like Vietnam. He's like famous there. What he does, he coaches all of the Panda Express across the nation how to speak like proper English. He's a speech pronunciation coach, right? And he has the contract with Panda where he teaches every single Panda across the nation how to speak English like properly so they could like take orders and stuff, right? So it's a big program, and the guy is very, very decorated, but his marketing, like he was relying on paid Google media, and that's just not what you want to do when you're using a model like this, and now he's really just doing well because he's using this, driving traffic inbound, and like his whole business is now a system, right? It's all a system, it's not sporadic, it's not to wait 8 months, because like I said, this is 20 to 30 days of them first joining the group, even seeing anything about you, average lead time, okay, which is better than 8 months for him. Like I said, the content you want to drop is live streams. You got to do at least one live stream a week at least, right? And keep in mind as well, like all these little things and things that I'm mentioning, like little SOPs here. Like, yeah, at first when you start a business, it's going to be you doing it, but at this point, like my whole team operates my company, right? And I just do what I got to do, right? So yeah, it sounds like, oh, do this. I'm not doing all of that, right? I'm hiring it to my team, and I'm bringing on good people to do it. Okay, so same thing with 30-day media wide. You're not going to be filming yourself unless you want to. I'm bad with camera, right? So I'll just stand there and talk, do what I got to do, and I'll show the behind the scenes. And I'll show, for example, in my newer group, I will probably go ahead, take this recording, and put it in the group about coaches, consultants, and because what's going to happen is like this is hella valuable. They're going to see it. Oh, he's speaking to people. That's cool. And he's just walking them through the system, giving it all away. Oh, that's cool. It builds a good name, right? So any type of live stream at least once a week, media of you speaking and stuff like this, right? As well as, the most importantly, realizing that Facebook groups does best off of text-based content, okay? In my groups. I'm speaking from experience of my own groups, not me looking at someone else's group. Okay, and what we're seeing here is text-based is getting a lot more engagement, and it goes to the algorithm a lot quicker. So we have live streams. I would recommend doing one a week, text-based content, as well as just allowing yourself to genuinely put out 30-day media-wide content cadence, which is every single day. Okay, every single day something's posted. But let's talk about it like this. When you post every single day in a Facebook group, okay, keep in mind, we're doing the 30-day content cadence on these too. That's every single day. In your Facebook group, I don't expect you to post every single day. You guys ever ran ads? Obviously, like ad fatigue, right? Algorithm fatigue in these groups. If you post like once, twice, every day, you're going to start to get no reach in your own groups, right? So you have to really stagnate the posts. So meaning, we have a 30-day content cadence created, but we're not going to be posting every single solitary day. Maybe we'll put out like a piece of copy, and then a live video the next day, and then a 24-hour like rest window. Just add a few 24-hour rest windows, and I don't care if you post back to back, okay? But what I've realized is if I'm posting like 4 days in a row every single day, it's kind of like the reach kind of just goes like that. So the best way to stagnate it and kind of keep it high is by putting fresh new content in. So if I did a text-based post, my next post is going to be a live, then it'll be a video, then it'll be another text post. One of the best things to do in here as well is giveaways. Give away iPads, give away MacBooks, right? Give away things that are going to help people in their journey. So if you're a fitness business, right, give away your fitness nutrition planning, like whatever it is, give away what's going to help the people commit to your offer. Okay, give them the tools to do so. Okay, with that being said, as you're putting a 30-day media-wide content cadence in here, what's happening, you're getting likes, you're getting comments, you're getting engagement. People are genuinely joining every single day, which is pretty cool. You want to have that same point, man. Check out the engagement. See who's commenting over and over again. Notice trends. You're going to notice trends. That's the biggest thing for me is like there's so many loyal people in the Facebook groups that I'm like, wow. Like I remember like 3-4 years ago, they were still commenting. That's so cool. That's so cool, right? And that's because it's a community. Right? It's not a sales pitch. It's not a community like with a sticker that says community over a sales pitch, right? Like you're building a community, and you have to really think of it like that. Like don't be so obsessed with trying to get the close. Obviously, that's what we're going for, right? But get lost and love the process. Get lost in the process. It's fun to do, and it's a long-term asset. What's up?